Hello, hi there, and welcome back to another edition of Action Figure Obsession. It's me, your old pal Avian and Loaded, and I am here in the toy room, which has been transformed a little bit into a more workable space here with some help yesterday from my son, way over there in the back. Helped me with my computer setup a little bit, and that was very gracious of him to donate as much of his time as he did because it was a little bit of a harder job than I thought it would be. One of the component pieces was malfunctioning, but he found a way around it. And this is definitely brought to you by Zero Sugar Mountain Dew. It's not paid for by Zero Sugar Mountain Dew, but I wouldn't be here without it this morning. Long day yesterday, but it was a good day. And one of the good things about it was a sort of two-part gift, very thoughtful gift, an early Father's Day gift. We decided it was that my son happened to bring with him when he visited yesterday. And so it's time for another edition of everybody's favorite game show. What's in the box? So this is part two of a two-part gift. Part one is going to be a challenge. I'm going to have to move some stuff to get it onto the work table, but it'll be worth it when you get to see it. But this is kind of a compliment to what is in part one. And, Obadiah Stane may have referred to this as a box of scraps. My son referred to it as a box of trinkets. And I think of it as action figure accessories. So you be the judge. Is it scraps? Is it trinkets? Is it accessories? Perhaps it's all of those and more. So what I wanted to do, I haven't gone through this whole box yet. We did take a cursory look through it yesterday when he blew my mind with the gift that he gave me, or gifts, I should say. But this would be as good a time as any while I figure out how to get the main gift on the table here without causing utter and complete chaos and havoc. And oh, by the way, for all the work that was done in this room yesterday, there was a small mass casualty event, but the only ones that fell were something of a scientist himself and Director Fury in this little space right here. Everybody else, somehow, despite all the jostling and movement and big things being moved around in the toy room, somehow 173, I think, people on the work table now all managed, 170 of them anyway, managed to retain their composure. So here we are with the box of trinkets, the trinket box, if you will. And I think we'll start with the biggest things in here, because they are somewhat large and because there is a lot of them, and that is the tires. There are a bunch of tires in here, and I'm just going to stack them up on the side as you would a bunch of old tires. Let's see. And the theory that my son had was that these were probably just taken off of toy cars, and that's probably true. Almost certainly true, but when placed in the proper environment, they will have a certain aesthetic effect of the fact that, I'm not going to say much more than that for now, but here we are with a stack of tires that is taller than the average Hasbro Marvel Legend. It doesn't look like it from that angle, but yeah, there you can see just Kazar's just a little under, maybe a quarter of an inch under the size of the stack of tires, and probably could fit in there if that was just a hollow tube, like my existence was a hollow tube. We'll put them back in the corner there, I guess, like you would an unobtrusive box or pile of tires. So most of this is 1/12 scale from the looks of things for 6-inch figures. Or easily fudgeable. A couple things seem a little oversized. We have this speed limit sign, which appears to have originally said 10 miles an hour, and then somebody changed it to 70, I guess. So that's fun. And we'll just put this here. And as you can see, we're already kind of building a world here, right? There are, I should say, two baseball bats. There's this one, which is I think a little oversized. That may be a 1/10 scale for 7-inch figures, which is fine. I have 7-inch figures. But then, the piece de resistance, mon ami, is the Negan bat. Yes, if you watched Walking Dead, you know what this is. And it's a little pointy. I'm not going to lie. It is a little pointy. But definitely, there are characters in my collection, not only on the work table, but in the displays. There's got to be somebody who can make use of a baseball bat that is covered in barbed wire. Interestingly, there is half a barrel. I have some barrels in my stuff. I think stuff is the word I'm looking for. However, propped up against a wall or in a corner, this can just be another barrel. You know, there's a use for that. Definitely we'll think of something to do with that. Well, I see what the greatest thing is. I'm not gonna bring that out yet. Here's a burlap sack, and that feels like there's just paper in it, but it definitely gives you a 7 heads in a bag kind of feel. Ooh, here's some rope, like somebody might sling over their shoulder. Okay, that's cool. Now, it's funny because down in our basement, there's an old chair that sits in the corner collecting dust. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of this one, actually, because it's wooden, and this one, at least its seat is still intact. The one downstairs has seen better days, and those days were probably in the 1950s. But that one's kind of tiny, not quite 1/12 scale, I don't think. But, again, easily fudgeable, given the size. With a little perspective, we can definitely do something with that chair. So, there's another burlap sack. Whoever originally assembled this bag of accessories / trinkets definitely had a thing for burlap sacks, or at least got a good deal on some burlap at Joann's, I'm guessing. Okay, we have some chains, and they are real metal chains. Oh, huh. I wonder if they go with something else that's in here. There's 3 at least. Okay, there's 3 chains. There is, a pipe of some kind that has been painted to look metallic. It is hollow, I believe. Yeah, hollow pipe. Okay. All right. You see all these pieces, and it kind of makes you think, well, what can I do with this? What can I do with that? Definitely think I can do something with a pipe. Now this, I don't know what this is. This could be a piece out of something else that's in the box here. We are getting down to brass tacks. But for now, just like we would do in our basement, we'll just put it on the chair there and sit with that for a little while. Well, there's another chain. That'll bring it to 5 chains, I think. And, there's this, which I think might be a water slide sticker. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's been a long time since I've dealt with those. Yeah, I'll have to look into that a little further. Obviously, a little samurai ninja action going on there. I'm not sure. Apologies to anyone who might be offended by my lack of more in-depth cultural knowledge of what I'm looking at here, but it certainly is an interesting looking design. In fact, a very interesting design. I'm not sure that I really gave it its full due. Let's see if I can get it a little bit closer. Really nice piece. Oh, it's signed too. Look at that. Yeah, beautiful. Hey, here's some more rope. We're starting a rope collection. Okay, this is gotta save the best for last here. That's pretty great. um, this is actually a hint of things to come for the main part of the gift. This appears to be a sort of cast-off effort, and as you can see, it sort of looks like rusty corrugated tin. Uh, as you might find in a certain environment, just to coin a phrase. Now this appears to be a 1-to-1 scale nail. Not sure how that made it in here. Here's some more rope. This is a nice, some black rope. Batman or the Punisher might find some use for that. And some more black rope. Okay, this guy was a rope guy, apparently. Okay, there's that. We're going to save that. We're going to save that. Okay. All right. You got to forgive me. This is a bit of a voyage of discovery for me. A gear. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's a gear. We'll put that on the chair with the other thing there. And a little bit more rope. And, a long chain. I'm sensing Spawn might be getting a windfall in his near future. Here is, appears to be a bendy wire tube with striations on it here. Okay. I think we can probably find some use for that. Believe it or not, more rope. Oh, and another gear. Another gear. I'll put them over here. Hopefully they don't get into a war. See what I did there? And one more gear. All right. The gears are interesting. This appears to be an actual real-life wire with the end cut off there. And actually, I definitely have an idea for that. Okay, as I said, I think we're down to brass tacks here. This item is an item that could carry some of the other items, which is a shopping basket, as you might get when you're doing your shopping and you only need a few items. You might grab that at the front of the store. That's pretty cool. Very colorful in comparison to the rest of the items here. Definitely a standout. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I do dig it when you can, because that looks like it's a true 1/12 scale for 6-inch figures, that shopping basket, and that just looks like a lot of fun. I like that. And, you might even put this giant bottle of soy sauce in it. Industrial-sized bottle of soy sauce. Okay, we're down to the final. Well, one of these items is sort of a multi-part item that I'm, you might hear me trying to assemble it here. I've seen these before in art supply stores, Michael's, that sort of thing. There's 4 things here. Okay, hold on. Let me get the box out of the way. Where can I? I'm just gonna right there on the floor for now. Okay. What do you think? What do you think so far? We got our tires, we got our speed limit sign, we got our barrel, we got our chair, we got our gears, we got some mysterious metal thing that's also sitting on the chair that I don't really know what it is, a plate or component of something. Some corrugated rusty tin. Well, that's what it's supposed to be anyway. And it definitely, on camera, it looks like it, right? And you got this bendy wire tube, and you got this pipe, and all these chains, the decal, the ropes, the baseball bats. Oh, that Negan baseball bat. That's definitely a top 2 or 3 of the items in here kind of thing. So 4 things, 5 things. 1, 2, 3. Boy, math. I am really not good at math at all. Here is a danger sign. 240 volts. Well, beware, my friends. Beware. Then we have... this is fun. Somebody kicked in this garbage can, and it's got a hefty bag of garbage in it. Look at that. I always wanted one of those. This is one thing when I've seen these in dioramas on other people's channels. I've always thought, boy, that would be a cool thing to have. And there's one right there. Look at that. Love that. Absolutely love that. This one has a bag in it, but I'm not sure. Oh, it's a bag of nails. I guess we know where this one needs to go then. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, but I suspect that the bag of nails is actually kind of an accessory to the other piece in this gift that I am not going to reveal today, or at least not going to reveal in this video. But we'll put our bag of nails right here for now. Nothing to see here, folks. Just ignore the man behind the curtain. Okay. Okay, so these, I guess I did save the best for last. These are the last 3 items in the box. And boy, there were a lot of items, weren't they? What could Tony Stark have done with all these pieces of scrap in a cave? And we have a toolbox, an old-style toolbox, 20th century toolbox, and a whole bunch of tools. And this is in really nice shape. This looks like it just came out of the aisle at Michael's. The box itself and the accessories. And I think I actually have one of these, or one that goes with these, in my fodder bins already. They look very familiar with the red handle. But we have what appears to be a Phillips head screwdriver. So here we have, let's get them on camera, shall we? There's that. Now, obviously, it doesn't have, I mean, it could have, I guess, but it doesn't have the Phillips head, but I'm assuming that, because of the handle, with its little indentations, I think that's a Phillips head screwdriver. We have a hammer, or a mallet, and these are in nice shape. These are like brand new. We have a couple of different wrenches. Here is this kind of wrench. I'm sure one of these is a monkey wrench, but I don't know which one. And here is another kind of wrench. Maybe the first one is the monkey wrench because it's simpler. I don't know. Here is is this a little hatchet? That's kind of what it looks like to me. Again, you have to remember this is for somebody who's 6 inches tall, so in their hands, perhaps this is a hatchet. Or, oh, no, come on. I missed yeah, there, if you look really closely, it's got some teeth on the bottom there. It's a saw. It's a little hacksaw. Okay. I wonder if these are actually metal. I think they feel like they might actually be metal, my friends. We have, does this work? Or is this just, oh, it does work. It is a pair of pliers. And it opens and closes. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. And finally, a pair of shears or scissors, I think. And I'm guessing they open too, probably. Yep, based on the pliers, yeah. Are those, yeah, these are more shears than scissors, right? Because of the angle of the sort of sharp parts there. I'm sure there's a technical term for that might come to me if I had had a little bit more of that Mountain Dew Zero, but I didn't, so I failed you, my friends. Let's see if we can get each one back in its place here before we move on to the final 2. Let's see. I really do think I have something like this in with my accessories. If we have any holes left over, any spaces in this, and I'm not sure we will. Yeah, we have 1 space left. I think I have a piece that will complement that quite well. So if you're feeling like you're in somebody's basement with their old tools and their kicked-in trash can and all their ropes and chains and piece of tin and an old chair in the corner and some tires. I mean, it's starting to feel that way, right? So Oh, it's so hard to decide which to show you from the last two here. But this is really heavy. Um, and it does it. Okay, so it's not nothing on it moves, but it feels like no. I think it's all one piece. I think it is a metal piece, and it is a fire extinguisher. And you might think the black parts are plastic or that the hose detaches. I don't think it does, but that's fine. Look at that. Look at that fire extinguisher. It's all banged up, aged, weathered. It's been somewhere for a long, long time, and that might be the heaviest thing in the entire box. It's really heavy. This is not heavy. It looks like it should be. It is. We got our chair over here, and if this was, for example, somebody's disused or abandoned basement with all this stuff in it, or a garage, or a barn, or wherever you might find a collection of stuff like this, there's a lot of options. If you didn't want to sit in that rickety old wooden chair, wouldn't it be nice to have a nice, comfortable, metal chair like this one right here? This beautiful metal chair. Oh my God, it's like a prison toilet. There's no wine in there, but thank God there's nothing else in there either. This has really been nicely aged and weathered. This was treated with some love here. You see the flusher there, the handle. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, Hasbro. They put paint on the back. Isn't that something? You could do that too if you wanted to. Right. And well, there's the model number. I'm in awe. I mean, I don't even know. It's feels like it's ABS plastic, but I mean that looks for all the world like old rusty aluminum, right? Like a rusty aluminum toilet or tin or something that you might see in a prison somewhere, a prison cell. Wow, that is mind blowing. So that's it. I mean, I think I saved the best for last, as I said. But we have our toilet seat and our tools and our trash can with the trash bag, the hefty bag of garbage in it, the toolbox with all the tools, chains, pipes. Um, that beautiful, beautiful shopping basket. But there's danger because it's 240 volts. That could go somewhere. Yeah, I'm thinking about a lot of applications for this stuff with the other gift, which I'm not even going to tell you what it is yet. Put your guesses in the comments below. It's probably not as hard to figure out as I thought it might be at the beginning here. But I do have to thank my son. Just absolutely, I'm blown away that he saw this. This what's the word I'm looking for? Bundle. It's a bundle because it was a bundle. It was this stuff and then something else that would make it a bundle, something else that pulls it all together, something else that much of this stuff will be useful with. And it was not an inexpensive gift, my friends. So suffice to say, I have the best son in the world who really knows me. Because what father would be so happy to get something like this? He knows me well. Most dads would get this and be like, but it's Father's Day. What is this? Where's my necktie? Where's my bottle of scotch? I mean, I'm not saying no to a bottle of scotch. I don't need any neckties. I have a couple of those. That's fine. But yeah, just to give you the one last sweep through the mess here. Look at all this clutter we found in our, I'm going to say for now, basement. Just because it reminds me of some of the crap down in our basement in our 100-year-old house. There's some nooks and crannies and corners where there's a few items left over from, I don't know, the McKinley administration. I'm not sure when McKinley was president. Probably more later than Hoover, maybe Hoover. But yeah, for now, that's it. That's the box of trinkets as it was presented to me. You may call them scraps, you may call them accessories. I call them friggin' awesome. I think that it's just absolutely, I am in awe. Some of these things I'm looking at and going, okay, I think I can come up with a reason for this or a purpose for this. And some of them I'm like, oh man, this is stuff that I wanted for a long time, like the trash can and the baseball bat with the barbed wire. And come on, as Archie Bunker would have called it, the turlet. The turlet. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, baby. Don't you just want to... I know a diner over in Vermont. Their toilet looks a little bit nicer than that, but not by much. Yeah, that's one you definitely want to use. One of those seat covers. You know, the paper seat covers in the public restrooms. Maybe like a dozen of them on there might provide you with some chance of not coming away from that thing with a staph infection. Oh my God. Oh my God. This stuff is gorgeous. You know, and that's just the kind of unique individual that I am, that I can look at this stuff with utter glee, with gratitude to my son for knowing me so well, and with delight at the possibilities of what I can do with some of this stuff in the very near future. And we'll show you where it might be put to work. Probably in the next video. I'm not sure if that'll be today or not, because it's a busy weekend and there's a lot going on. But as I said, if you think you know what the other part of the gift is, and again, it will take up a lot of space on this work table. But if you think you know what it is, leave a guess in the comments. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, I mean, how could you not like this video? How could you dislike this video? Come on. But if you did, give it a thumbs down. That's fine. Go ahead and, you know, harsh my mellow or whatever. And if you would like to leave a comment, a guess as to what the other part of this wonderful gift for my son was, feel free. Or any other comments, any thoughts on any of these particular accessories, any ideas like what some of these like here. This is probably the biggest mystery for me. Is what is this? I'm almost thinking it almost looks like a mirror on a like a tractor trailer that would clip onto the like near the door. I don't know. I really truly don't know what this is. And somebody may tell me, and I'll be like, oh God, how could I not have known? And I feel so stupid. But just looking at it right now, I don't know what that is. But almost everything else makes perfect sense to me, and makes perfect sense with the other part of the gift, which we will see in a very short time in the next video, probably. Anyway, yeah, if you enjoyed this little tour through these mostly 1/12 scale accessories, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And if you do subscribe, ring the notification bell so you're updated when I reveal what the next part of the gift is, what the big finale is. Then it is big. It's a big finish. So we will talk about that next time. Ring the notification bell if you're subscribed, or if you do subscribe, so that you get tapped on the shoulder by YouTube. Hey, he did another one. You might want to go look if this is the kind of thing you like. We don't know why you like it, but if this is the kind of thing that just makes your goddamn day, like it does mine, yeah, ring that notification bell. Thanks again to my son for the awesome gift, and for the lovely time we had yesterday. Nice lunch, nice dinner. We spent the whole day together, and it was absolutely fantastic. And he did it after working basically back-to-back shifts and overtime, and I'm sure it wore him out. But man, it was a delight, an absolute fun time had by all. Him and my wife and I went out to dinner late last night, tried a new Thai place nearby, and it was literally the best Thai food I've ever had in my life, and very possibly the best food I've ever had in my life. And it was actually even affordable and reasonable. So that place is definitely going into the rotation. But this is not a restaurant review channel. This is what it is, and it is Action Figure Obsession. Thank you for watching it. I am your old pal Avian and Loaded, and I will see you on the next one.